Hello and welcome to October's project of the month, where I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to make a poppy brooch. Now, the reason I decided to do the brooch was because we received this pink ink design rubber stamp set, which has got the beautiful poppy wreath full of seed heads and wheat and poppies. And this really is a beautiful design. And first of all, I thought it could be embroidered, which stamped onto fabric and then embroidered, which I think would look absolutely stunning as a design. And then I was thinking about what else you could use it for, and I was thinking about if you had somebody who fought in the war and you wanted to remember them by, so you could cut out the center and make it a frame, and you could frame up a loved one, and that would look stunning as well. So let me just show you the rubber stamps. So this is the wreath that you get, and then you also get this little mouse with a seed head. You get a single poppy, which I think would look really amazing, sort of just 3D'd up around the wreath. You get extra seed heads, some leaves, a border, which again is really lovely, just would look stunning at the bottom of a card, and a happy birthday. And then you get to a special friend, remember, remember, and then lest we forget. So that got me thinking about the poppies, and obviously we're at that time of year. So this is a really beautiful design, and it's clear rubber stamps and they're unmounted, so you will need to get a mount for them. So that then brought me to this poppy die cut, which is designed by Sue Wilson, and it has a series of a large poppy petals, medium, small, tiny, and insides to go with it. So that, let me show you the reverse. The only thing I would say is it doesn't come with a leaf, which is a shame, but the dies are really lovely, and you get, as you cut them, it embosses as well. So I've cut out, these are out of metallic cards, and you can just see that the embossing has come out as I've cut it out. So these are really lovely. So that's the ones that I'm going to use today, and you get 13 dies in there, and I mean they just look really nice flat, and they look really nice 3D'd as well. So that's the craft dies. And then whilst I was on poppies, we have this Paper Boutique, who their designs are lovely. Really love their designs. They're made in the UK, which we really have to champion. And let me go through. It's got 36 sheets, 6 designs. So this is the first design. So it's got all words, sentiments, son, sister, relatives, sort of auntie, granddad, happy birthday with best wishes, someone special, dearest friends. So you can get the idea. And then look at these images. Aren't they just stunning? They are truly lovely. And I think what would be really nice is if, can you see how they sit in a square frame but they go over the top? And it would be really lovely if you were to cut this frame away and put in a different frame, and then layer them. So yes, lovely. And then in the same designs, borders, which is really nice because sometimes you just want that little bit extra along the bottom, and or going down the side. So these ones go lengthways, and these ones go so these ones go portrait, these ones go landscape, which is really nice because sometimes I find designers forget to do both, and when you're trying to make cards, sometimes you just need that little something up the side or across the bottom. So this is the third sheet. So you can see again a beautiful topper. You could use the whole of this or just cut out the circle. Again with this, look at this, you can use that as it is or layer it up, because you've got 6 of these sheets, so you can do quite a lot with those. And these ones here, I mean, that would make a stunning DL card, and then just a little decoration and happy birthday just for you on the side. So then we've got another set. Let me just show you, they are different. Ooh. So that's the first ones, and then these ones are completely different. So again, butterflies have been included. These really are just gorgeous designs. And then some more sentiments. And what I like about the paper boutique is that they add the unusual. So we've got mother-in-law, sister-in-law. You don't find those generally unless you buy a special die or some special peel-offs. So that's really nice, is thinking about the extended family. So this is the finished one that I did just quickly. I think the button is too big, and really you need a smaller button, and I will write in the description what size button to get. But as you can see, it's cut out really cleanly. So this is the Sizzix felt. As you can see, it picks up everything. It doesn't seem to be as thick as ordinary felt that you can get, so it's going to cut through the machine nicely. I did have to make 2 passes. So here's my setup. So I'm using my Big Shot. So I've got the base, and I've put both the tabs down, and then I've got one cutting plate and the other cutting plate on top. So I'm just going to run it through my machine. You can hear all that crunching, and when you first hear it, the first time you use your machine, that really does worry you, but it's fine. Okay, so that's my first pass. So I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to carefully flip my cutting plates over, and I'm going to run it the upside down, and again you get that crunching. So fingers crossed. Look, yes, the first few times I ran it through, I find that turning it upside down works best rather than turning it round. I just flip it upside down. So okay, so that's, let me just move these out of the way. So these are my pieces, and I have done 3 because I felt then that it could then layer up quite nicely and make it fuller. So I'm going to off-center them slightly. So you've got the back ones, then the middle one, and then the smaller one. Now if you wanted, you could make this as many layers as you wanted, but I felt the 3 fitted just perfectly. And obviously I haven't done a leaf either, so that's that. Now you can glue them all together, but you know, sometimes if you've a lot of us have got old button boxes, and what would be really lovely is if you found a really old button that had come off something from years ago, and you could put that in there. So like I say, my button I think is a little bit too big. I rushed to my haberdashery and purchased my button without actually having the bits with me or my glasses on, so I don't advise that. Now I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned whilst cross stitching. So I've got my thread doubled, so I've got a loop this end. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up through all layers, and I'm going to hold on to my loop here, so I'm not getting rid of that. I'm not pulling it all the way through. I'm then going to go back down, not down the same place, so that it's slightly off to one side. I'm then going to go through my loop and pull, and you'll see that my thread is now attached and all my layers are secured. So now I can start sewing on my button. So here we go. Now I would just say that whenever I make my own poppy for Remembrance Sunday, I always still put money in the pot, because even though I'm not using their poppies, and I find that if you make your own, they tend to last for a few years, because you'll pull them out and you'll reuse them. But I always put the money in the pot, because I want to support the British Legion. So here we go. So just secure your button. I think that should do it. And then I'm just going to run my needle through the back. Now you can either use a safety pin, or you could sew it or glue it onto a jewellery finding for a brooch. So there we are. I think actually practice makes perfect, because I think that one is a lot better than that one. So there we are. There's our poppy for remembrance, and I think you'll find that was very quick to do, and I think will look lovely against a black jacket or black coat, just so that you tell everybody that you remember.